What's up, everyone? Today I wanted to chat with you about traveling with dogs. I've been living with my pup full-time in this truck for about 8 months. Traveled with Ashley and she brought her dog along for a couple months. And this camper is spacious, it's got all the amenities, it's beautiful, I love it. But it's only about 57 square feet. So I want to talk with you guys about how it's been traveling with pups. Some tips that I might have for you. Compare kind of my expectations versus reality, and if it might be right for you to travel with your dog. Also want to chat about bringing these dogs through the border, how we keep them comfy, and the most common question that I get, what do you do with your dogs when you go shopping or something like that? So let's dive on in, you know what I'm saying? All right, guys, so first of all, I love dogs. I've had Coda for 8.5 years. She is one of the coolest dogs. She's always down to do whatever I'm doing. She's down to go on a hike all day, chill in the camper all day. I think that's an important thing. Some dogs are a little bit more fussy and they might not be as fun to travel with. She is awesome, though. So the concern that I had traveling with Coda was going to be the Canadian border. I will say that was no big deal at all. So you have to have rabies vaccination proof at the Canadian border. Well, at least we were told that. We literally never ever had to show it. I had the papers in my hand and I asked them if they wanted to see it multiple times and they never even took them. So you don't need rabies vaccination. You don't need any paperwork for your dog. You can just bring it over. If they do ask, you're technically supposed to have the rabies vaccination. So make sure you have that. If your vet tells you you need a health inspection, tell them, no, I don't. You absolutely do not need a health inspection. I paid for a health inspection once and got to the border and realized I didn't need it. So that's no fun. The worst part about traveling with a dog for me is when you need to get your vehicle worked on, when you need to get an oil change or a tire rotation or dog walking, oil changing kind of situation. Tricky. Each shop that we'd go to along the way, we had to be very clear, like, look, can we get this done today? And if not, we need to work something out. Luckily, every shop along the way was very accommodating. I've had really good experiences getting the truck worked on with the pup, but it does suck. Another thing I'll say people are concerned with is their dog's comfort level and if they're going to be happy. Let me tell you right now, if they are a dog, they will be happy and comfortable traveling with you on the road. Entertainment for the day. Scoop it, get it.
Oh, you got it.
It's just so funny. I could watch this forever.
Get it, Scoop.
He's like, what do I do, Mom?
Get it.
What do I do? She keeps stealing it.
Get it.
What do I do?
He's like, I give up. How about this stick, Mom? You want to throw that one?
Not in the water.
See, and then Coda wants that stick now. Now Coda wants that stick. She's being quite the biatch. Oh my gosh. He's like, no, not this one. Not today, Junior. You ain't getting this one.
They love it, man. My Coda is dying to get back out there. I've been getting this truck ready to sell. It's crazy how much she wants to get back out there. So don't worry about your dog being comfortable or having a good time. They're just gonna love it.
The dogs are all bundled up because it's very wet
And bacony and steaky.
out there and they were cold. But we are making this bacon.
All right, now we get our
You made it.
fries.
Oh.
These are leftover fries from yesterday that we're just gonna toss on.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And we'll put the peppers, and then we'll put some eggs in here, and we'll mix it all up, and then we'll make our burrito. Now, I will say, Coda's very good off the leash. If we get to a spot where there's really nobody around, I just let her roam. And she always comes back. She never wants to run away. If you had a dog that would run away a bunch, that would be the biggest concern of mine on the road. You want to just be able to let them roam. I mean, that's what's fun about having a dog with you, is they're kind of living their own life with you. They have their own routines. It's really quite cool. If you have to keep them on a leash 24/7 though, I don't know, man, it might not be worth it. Or gal. That's a tough one for me. So if your dog's good and you can let him roam and come back, I wouldn't worry about that at all. So when I met Ashley, a big thing with her was she was like, I gotta travel with my dog. And I'm like, that's awesome. Scooby is great. He's more well-behaved than Coda, even off the leash and all that. So we brought Scooby along. The biggest challenge with that, in the cab, there was a little bit of a challenge first. So we built a dog platform in the back. Plenty of room after we had the dog platform. So in the cab, there was plenty of room. In the camper, there's also plenty of room, but only if the dogs sleep on the floor, which they got plenty of room down there. Coda was okay sleeping on the floor, but Scooby would get up in the middle of the night and make his way on the bed all the time. So that got a little bit tight, but overall we had plenty of room. It was really cozy and comfy. This is about a queen size bed here. It's a little bit smaller. But overall, the dogs in the morning, especially Scooby, he was so excited in the morning, and the dogs just really, they get you stoked about waking up. And I think having two dogs is way better than one in that sense. Coda and I can be lazy in the morning together, but when there's Coda and Scooby, they're like, let's go, let's go. The most common question I get about traveling with dogs is, what do you do with them when you go in the grocery store to go eat, or when you want to go, you go to a brewery or yada yada? I mean, what would you do if you were taking your dog to the vet and you had to stop and grab something? Like, you just leave them in the car, right? If it's too hot, you can't do that. Luckily, I travel with the weather. If it's too hot, I'm going somewhere where it's cooler. And so what we would do with the dogs is we'd put them in the camper, we'd pop a window, pop the vent, have some airflow going, leave some water for them. This is their home, and it's my home as well. And it doesn't have an air conditioning, and the heater doesn't even work right now. So, a lot of it to me is like, if you're going to be okay and you're going to survive and you're going to be comfortable, your dog is as well. The hardest and actually biggest challenge of traveling with Ashley and Scooby and Coda, all of us as one unit.
Dogs, be careful. Come here. They're slipping a little bit.
Ashley would want to bring Scooby on all the walks and hikes and things, to waterfalls. And he's a lot better of a dog off the leash. He won't go running up to everybody and annoying them and stuff. Whereas Coda on the leash is pulling like hardcore the whole time. Off the leash, she's a little bit... when there's people around, she's going to run up to all of them, and it'll just kind of be annoying. So we had some disagreements as far as like, I don't want to bring Coda, and she wanted to bring she wanted to bring Scooby. So we ended up just being like, well, if you want to bring Scooby, you can bring him. I'm going to leave Coda behind. If you do have two dogs, it's okay to split them up every once in a while, and it's okay to leave them behind every once in a while too, because you're with them 24/7. So anyways, love traveling with dogs. Hope you enjoyed all the footage of Coda and Scooby and all them along the way. You'll see a lot more of Scooby when I get this whole Alaska series all done up, which I'm working on. But anyways, thanks for watching. Comment below if you have any questions about traveling with a dog. Definitely let me know. I'll do my best to respond to all comments. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the action at Down the Mob. Make sure you get out there, explore this beautiful world. The only question you have to ask yourself is, are you down to mob? See you next time.